Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, live better. I'm your host, Chris Border, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. Let me first thank you for taking time from your busy day to listen to what I have to say. Before we get started, let me also thank our sponsor, Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus get fit so they can live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things we love to do. So quick housekeeping here. If you want to get a time stamp or a transcript of today's broadcast, head on over to yesfitnesscd.com. At the top, you'll see a button for podcasts. Hit that, and it'll give you access to any of our now 362 episodes. You can also get this broadcast where podcasts will be found. Again, I want to thank everyone for all their support and continued support and loyal listening of the Y.E.S Functional Longevity Podcast. It has been named one of the top 100 longevity podcasts and one of the top 60 functional fitness podcasts by millionpodcast.com. It's an honor to be recognized, and it wouldn't be possible without this amazing community. So thank you all. If you're listening, if you've listened before, you know how passionate I am about finding trusted, science-backed ways to support healthy aging. That's why I'm proud to partner with PartiQlar, the U.S.-based supplement company that delivers real, high-quality results. They offer some high-quality products like N&M, resveratrol, berberine, and more. I know I felt a difference in my energy, my vitality, and my focus while taking these products. So if you're ready to support your body at a deeper level, visit PartiQlar.com. Use the code YES15 at checkout. That's PartiQlar.com. And at checkout, use that YES15 code, and it'll give you 15% off your first order. So let's keep aging well together. What your immune system might be saying about your brain health. Today, we're looking into something that's changing the way scientists understand aging and brain health. The surprising connection between your immune system and cognitive decline. Now, if you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, you've probably noticed a few changes in how your brain works. Maybe it takes a little longer to find the right word. Maybe multitasking doesn't come as easily as it used to. That's normal. That's aging. But here's the thing. Not all cognitive changes are inevitable. Some could actually be earlier warning signs of something more serious. And thanks to some fascinating research, we're beginning to understand that what's happening in your immune system could be just as important as what's happening in your brain. So let's break it down. Let's take a look at what's normal and what's not. As we age, some changes in the brain function are expected. You might struggle a little more with multitasking, take longer to find some words, get distracted more easily. Totally normal. These are part of the natural aging process. But other signs, like significant memory lapse, persistent confusion, or difficulty navigating familiar environments, could point to early cognitive decline. That includes conditions like mild cognitive impairment or even early stage Alzheimer's disease. Now, here's the big idea that today's episode is built around. The immune system plays a major role in how the brain ages, possibly even before symptoms appear. Now, let's unpack that. What is the brain-immune connection? For years, scientists believed that the brain has sort of sealed off. It was kind of sealed off from the immune system, protected by something called the blood-brain barrier. The idea was the immune system defends the rest of the body and the brain takes care of itself. Well, turns out that's not quite true. We now know that the brain and immune systems are in constant communication, subtle but powerful. And this two-way conversation affects everything from mood to memory to inflammation. Inside your brain, there are special immune cells called microglia. These guys are like the janitors of the brain. They clear out waste, respond to injury, and keep the neighborhood clean. But when they get overactive or sluggish, they start creating problems. They trigger inflammation, which disrupts communication between neurons and can lead to a buildup of harmful proteins like beta amyloid and tau, which are known hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease. Inflammation is a huge piece of the puzzle when it comes to cognitive decline. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. A new line of research is looking at antibodies or proteins produced by the immune system to fight off threats. In this context, scientists have found that some people produce some specific antibodies related to abnormal proteins in the brain before cognitive symptoms show up. These antibodies are showing up in blood and cerebrospinal fluid tests and may act as early warning signs. So instead of waiting until memory loss becomes obvious, we might soon be able to detect cognitive decline at the immune level, years before it fully develops. This is what's called antibody discovery, and it could be a game changer for how we prevent and treat neurodegenerative diseases. What is antibody discovery? So antibody discovery refers to identifying specific immune markers or antibodies that respond to early signs of brain dysfunction. These antibodies might be targeting beta amyloid, tau proteins, and other abnormal cell waste. Until recently, most brain health diagnostics rely on brain scans and cognitive testing, both of which only catch issues after damage has occurred. But antibody discovery is opening the door to something new: early detection, when there's still time to intervene. One exciting development: these discoveries could one day lead to personalized medicine, treatments tailored to your unique immune profile and genetic makeup. We're not just talking about symptom management, we're talking about true prevention. You might be wondering, how does scientists find these antibodies? They're using advanced tools like ELISA to detect specific antibodies, mass spectrometry to analyze proteins in complex samples, next generation sequencing to identify immune system changes over time. This tech is helping researchers build a clear picture of how the immune system responds as brain begins to age. And here's a really cool part: the brain influences the immune system too. One study in the Springer Natural Journal showed that brain circuits in mice can actually shape immune response. That means your emotional and neurological health can be helped to guide your immune system and how it reacts. So it's a two-way street. So could antibody tests replace brain scans? That's the big question, right? The shorter answer is probably not completely. Brain scans like MRIs and PETs still provide important structural and functional information, but antibody testing could become the first line of defense, a simple blood test to flag risk earlier. Imagine going for a checkup and getting a brain health screening, just like a cholesterol and a blood pressure test. That could become a reality in the next decade. In fact, the FDA has already approved an antibody-based drug call for Alzheimer's treatment. While there's still some safety concerns to work out, the door is beginning to open. And the earlier we catch it, the better our chances of slowing or even preventing decline. Now, let's take a step back for a second. With all this cutting-edge science, it's easy to forget the basics. But here's the deal. Even as antibody discovery reshapes our brain health research, the foundations still matter, probably more than ever, because guess what shapes your immune system? Sleep. movement, nutrition, stress management. Sleep clears out waste from your brain at night. Exercise boosts circulation and supports immune function. Good nutrition reduces inflammation, and chronic stress does the opposite. It breaks everything down. In fact, scientists are now exploring whether lifestyle changes can alter your immune landscape, including antibodies your body produces. That means your habits today could influence what shows up on those tests down the road. So, what does all this mean for you? If you're in your 50s, 60s, or even 70s, and you're feeling concerned about your memory or brain health, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Start with these simple steps. Number one, prioritize quality sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours per night and create a calming bedtime routine. 2, move your body every day. Even walking for 30 minutes has powerful effects on brain and immune health. Eat anti-inflammatory foods. Think leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, nuts, oils, real food. Manage stress, practice mindfulness, breathe deeply, get outside and connect with people you care about. Stay engaged. Number 5, challenge your brain with new activities, reading or puzzles. Keep learning all the time. 6, ask questions. Talk to your healthcare provider about the latest in cognitive screening and what might be available for you. So here's my final thoughts. What I want you to take away from this episode. Yes, aging brings change. Can't stop it. But decline is not inevitable. And thanks to discoveries in immune science, like antibodies testing, we're closer than ever to being able to spot problems before they become life-altering. That gives us time and gives us power. At Y.E.S Fitness, we're not just helping you move better. We're helping you build a body and a brain that supports the life you want to live now and in the future. If you're worried about your brain health, don't wait. Take action today. The choice you make now could change the trajectory of the next 10, 20, even 30 years of life. So thanks for listening to the Functional Longevity Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone you care about. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep moving, stay curious, and take care of the amazing brain of yours. And I'll be back next week with more information on how to get fit, feel younger,